All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cincinnati Reds Talk. We have some breaking news this morning. Jake Fraley was designated for assignment by the Cincinnati Reds. Um, Will Benson called back up. Kind of a surprising move. Fraley got hurt late in the game last night. It doesn't appear to be that's why he was DFA'd. There's a couple quotes that I'm going to go over here that seem to be the reason that Jake Fraley was DFA'd. This was from Terry Francona ahead of Sunday's game against the Brewers on why they made the decision. He said, through conversations, and there's some that are kind of private and some that I can't explain, but just came to I think, the idea that kind of giving Jake a chance to go play, where maybe he thinks he deserves to play, which I understand is maybe better than him sitting the bench here. So what that tells me is Jake Fraley and Terry Francona were having discussions behind the scenes. Fraley was probably not happy that he wasn't playing much. He had barely started recently with the Reds, and he clearly wanted to play. Fraley has a 232, 332, 387 slash line with 6 home runs and 23 RBIs in 67 games this season. It also tells me that there probably wasn't much of a trade market for Jake Fraley, because if they're willing to DFA him right now, I think it was a no-brainer that they would have tried to trade him. I've said all along it didn't really make sense to keep Will Benson and Jake Fraley both on the active roster coming off of the trade deadline. But yeah, it seems like Jake Fraley wanted to play. The Reds weren't going to play him every day. Even against right-handed pitching, they weren't going to play him every day with moving Noelvi Marte out to right field, and Marte's been playing well. And it seems like there was some tension behind the scenes. If Francona's coming out and saying that, I think clearly Fraley was probably complaining that he wanted to play more. So that seems to be the reasoning. I'm fine with it. You don't really want to have someone that's complaining and mad sitting on the bench, even if he is a better option off the bench late in some games. But again, his numbers aren't tearing the house down. I don't think it's a massive loss that Fraley didn't want to come off the bench. Fraley, he's had a fine couple of years, dealt with a lot of injuries. Wish him all the best. But that's a surprising move this morning. That's kind of the reason, is what it seems like based on Terry Francona's comments. Will Benson is back up. We'll see how much he plays. Not in the lineup today. Matt McClain given another day off today. Espinal in his spot. The Reds desperately need a win today to avoid the sweep, and they're 1.5 games back of the Mets. If you made it this far, like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things. That's the update on Jake Fraley. We'll see you next time.